Hi everyone, this is Michael and Analia coming to you for Testimony Tuesday, and today we want to talk with you about having all the answers. And really all of the answers to your problems lie in one really basic question for a husband, which is, how do I become the man that God has called me to be? And I'm going to have Michael address that pretty much today, being a husband himself and being on the road to becoming that man that God has called him to be. So, babe, you want to talk a little bit about what that looks like and
Sure.
how you got those answers?
Sure. How did I get those answers? Well, I'm assuming that I'm just like any other typical clueless husband, where I thought that my wife was absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, the problem to our marriage. If she just see it from my perspective and understood my point of view, that we'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And even to the point of, I'm sure most husbands out there think that, whether they will speak it out or not, gosh, maybe I didn't pick the right woman. Maybe that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I just needed to pick someone who didn't have so much baggage, so many issues,
right,
this or that or whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here to make this assertion that your wife's not the problem.
Yeah.
It's not that you didn't choose the right person. It's that you're not choosing to be the right person for your spouse, for your wife.
Yeah, exactly.
And it starts with you husbands. We can't expect our wives to be the right person. It was so funny this weekend just watching some of these reality shows, and there's some young couples, and the husbands are just, gosh darn it, why do I have to wake up and help out with the baby,
Mm-hmm.
or change the diapers?
Yeah.
And just getting real irritated and frustrated, and you could see the expression on their spouses, and they're just exhausted, and they're just wondering, why can't my husband just help me just change a few diapers?
Mm-hmm.
It's not diapers, husbands, it's just that our wives need to know
That's
that
that willingness.
that we're willing to
Yeah.
listen to them.
Absolutely.
And every time we say, you're not tired, or it's not really what you think it is,
Mm-hmm.
we're telling them that that what they're feeling is not real and genuine, and
Mm-hmm.
yes, they are. What they're feeling
Yeah.
is real and genuine, and what they're thinking is unreasonable. And no, it is unreasonable. And let's just say just for an example, that maybe what they're feeling or thinking is unreasonable. So what?
Mm-hmm.
What would it hurt you, husband, just to listen to your wife and just trust her heart on
Yeah,
that?
and just do whatever it is that she's asking you to do.
I guarantee any godly woman out there is not going to ask you or expect anything that just isn't unreasonable.
Right. But the reason it feels unreasonable to you, husbands, is because, like Michael was saying, you're not allowing yourself to be in the position that God has called you to be in, which is to love your wife unconditionally and lay your life down for her. And that, when you can start doing that, that is going to make all the difference in the world for her, and for you becoming the man that God's called you to be. Any issues that you are convinced are hers and that are ruining the marriage are going to fade away when you take that step forward and go first. And then any issues that you have are also going to start to just wither away and die, because it's kind of an interesting concept. What you don't feed won't grow. So just stop feeding that disharmony, that disconnect between you and your spouse, and things are going to start to happen.
So
Good things.
Yeah, good things.
Mm-hmm.
What we found working with couples, that the husband who chooses not to live this out
Mm-hmm.
in a tangible, real way for his wife, what we found, usually those are the husbands that or those are the marriages that end up in divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And no reconciliation.
Right.
And usually they're stuck in the belief system, if I just find the right person.
Yeah.
And they may be saying all the right things, that they're getting the message, they understand that they need to change, they understand that they need to listen to their wife's heart, and yet they just do barely enough.
Just to skate by.
Not to get kicked out of the house.
Yeah.
Not to get his wife so frustrated that she's filing for divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, like I mentioned earlier, they have an affair already going on,
Right.
emotional affair, physical affair, or they're still totally entrenched in pornography or strip clubs or
whatever.
Whatever it
the
is.
addiction of the day is. And the thing is too, is like Michael was saying, even if they say they have something going on the side, whether it's an emotional affair or physical, say someone at work, is, oh, you're fawning all over them. Oh, you're such a great guy. You're so helpful. Your wife's really lucky. All those things. And they're just basically, those people are just feeding the ego of the husband.
Who's stuck in immaturity.
Exactly. And let's just clear the air right now, everyone. Responsibility does not equal maturity. We can have a husband who is extremely responsible at work and bringing home a paycheck and everything, but doesn't mean that he's emotionally mature. And I think that's where a lot of the guys get stuck, thinking that that they are, well, because I do this, that, and the other thing, then I'm a good husband. And not that those things don't matter, but they just don't always equal maturity.
And why can't she just get off my back?
Exactly.
And we hear that so often.
Yeah.
But I'm trying so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And what they don't realize, they're really just trying to get their needs and feelings met. It's a very subtle yet complete paradigm shift for a husband to truly be focused in his mind and his heart, to be a blessing to his wife.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing. That's a good thing.
And
that's a godly thing. That's truly what Christian love is, agape love, unconditional love.
Yeah.
When you're focused on others and meeting their needs and validating their feelings and bringing hope and healing to their heart.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the shift that needs to happen.
Yeah. I know we talk a little bit about each time the resources for everyone to take a look at. We just wanted to show you real quick our books that we have from Joel and Kathy. This was the first one. How well you can see it. It's called The Man of Her Dreams, The Woman of His. This is the red book, and then the red book. And then the second one is The Man of Her Dreams, The Woman of His, Living It and Loving It. Yes, that is Joel and Kathy on the front.
It's not our picture.
Yeah, and it's you can't really see, but these books of ours are extremely worn, penciled in, highlighted, underlined, because we use them. We've been using them for 2 years. There's some highlighting there, and if you don't have these resources, you need to get them. I'm telling you, they will help you so much. 2 tiny little books, coupled with all the other resources that Joel and Kathy offer.
At a huge discount.
Yeah, just check out our website, yourmarriagerestored.info, and everything that you need just to really, get you started on the road to just living the marriage of your dreams that is not like the train wreck that you may be experiencing right now.
You could be in crisis. You could just be settling, and neither are a good place.
Exactly.
And just how much life is just passing by because you're not able to get enough sleep. You're worried.
You tense up every time they walk into the room. Lovemaking is either like non-existent or has slowed down considerably. You're bored with one another. Whatever it is, we're bringing up our baby here. This is Daniel. He just woke up from his nap. So before he starts crying,
we're going to close out this video.
We're going to close it out.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
And spending some time with us. Let us speak life to your marriage, to your family. And, we're just here to be real.
Yeah.
And we just want to see that the two of you and your little ones just have, a good life.
So
no more struggling for you.
It's be done with that, because it's not getting you anywhere except miserable, and God never intended that for either of you. I kept telling myself all the time, God is not intending this for us. This is different. We're doing it wrong, and we all know God's way is perfect, and so we just want to encourage you to try it God's way now. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Make sure you take a look at our website, yourmarriagerestored.info, for the resources that you need to get on this road. And please visit us at our blog at yourmarriagerestored.blogspot.com. And if you have any questions, you want to send us an email, maybe something specific that we could answer on our blog or on the video, you can send that to us at yourmarriagerestored@gmail.com. Have a great day, everyone, and
Bye.
be blessed. Bye-bye.